We gonna rock all night. Don't stop with it. What's happening? What's up? I'm gonna do it like this all by myself. We're gonna be like old people, like that's what the kids gonna say. You used to snap your fingers. They don't know it's like y'all always getting high outside. Little hint of salt, a little hint of sweat, a little hint of balls. It's that what? Everybody locked in because you ain't on there. You ain't on there. Bruh, you ain't locked in. You ain't locked in because they not on there. You ain't on there, so you ain't want to be in there. Oh, here I am. Bruh, I'm trying to say chill, bruh. Okay? Woo! Woo! Okay? Oh, shit. This is New York City. I had to say this. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. This is New York City. This. I had to save this map because you idiots decided we needed a new map. And one day I'm going to be an old lady. Okay? And I'm not going to know what the hell you talking about with that crazy map that you got in the subway. We need this map. Stop playing. Once you decide, oh, we're going to change the map, you still have to keep this for the next 50 years. For the average New Yorker who don't follow squiggly lines like I'm in London. Just because some tourists were able to figure those maps out in London don't mean that we trying to play that game over here. You know what I'm saying? It's the map. It's the map right here. I'm put this type of map. You got kids, you take this map, you put it on your door, right by your door when you coming out your apartment, and then put it even in the bathroom. Make sure they know the city correctly. Not that new map, the old map. Make sure you get it laminated too. Put it in a glass frame. I'm definitely going. I swear I'm going to put mine in a frame because you must be out your dang mind. Think I'm going to be looking at some lines. Don't even have the cross streets in it. Man, and I know even back in the day, I used to be like, I used to look at the map, Queens. I used to look at the map and I'm like, well, if this is 161 to 149, then in Queens, 212th Street is not too far from 282nd Street. It must be short streets. Something wrong with that map. It's a lie. You go out there and you'll be looking off into the Sahara Desert. You'll be walking for 6 hours. And driving for 3 days, you go to Queens. They make it seem like it's just right there. You're going to be there so quick. You're not. You're not going to be there quick. What the hell's with the maps? Y'all always changing the size of things. I mean, is Queens bigger than what it actually is on the map? What's going on? Because I'm comparing it. I compare it. This the Bronx, little old Bronx. Right? Okay, and the Bronx fits inside of Queens. Right? But I'm like, if this this stop to this stop is it's about this, right? I'm like, okay. So that means if this it is, and I walk this, right? If that's the distance, now if I take that distance and place it onto Times Square from First Avenue to 12th, it should take me 5 minutes. It don't. It don't take 5 minutes. Just wanted to say that. Gotta keep the old maps. Let them read the new ones. Woo! Whoa! Let me tell you. Check out the amazing wallpaper. You see this? This is what I'll be doing in the summer. This summer, I'm gonna do some wallpaper. Okay? Because when I do it, I slay every time. Every time. Let's get a little hint of a view. See? I did like a rocks on that wall. So that wall has rocks. And then this chair is supposed to go with the whole idea of, you know, rural living made out of a tree. And then, okay, skip the whiteboard. Should move the whiteboard out the way. But anyway, you know, it goes on and on and on. And then, let me see. Because, like, you can't really see with the light. But then I did this side. Let me go this way. Because this is the side that you usually see I'm on. I take all this stuff out of here. Just spring cleaning and stuff, with little hints of this and little hints of that. Okay? So I'm an earthy person. Right. I'm very earthy. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of an eyesore behind me. Woo! Woo! Little tree house. You ever know when you need to get in there? You know what I'm saying? I'm only charging I'm not charging no more than like $1,000 rent. You get to stay. I got a little tight crib. You know, got low ceilings. It's heated. Lighting. Get your own personal kitchen. Made out of plastic. It's perfect. Bruh, I don't like this. I mean, I used to listen to all this stuff, but I don't know more. But look, don't it get you into the mood? Like, is it? Oh, with the DJs like this. Oh, y'all can't even play this music. Sharonda, Keisha, Felicia, Sharonda. Right, now you get my dance on? Now you get my dance on? Let me see. Woo! Yeah, fix my shorts. Wait. Make noise. Love like this before. Woo! Watch your step. Oh my God, this song. Woo! That's how you gotta do it with somebody dancing. Woo! Woo! Wait. Am I emotional? Yeah. Am I? Yeah. Not love. Yeah. You think? Rock your body. All right. Backstreet. Something. I guess I burned the carpet. I don't even see anything. First name Yolanda. She said it till it was over. Oh, the birds is outside. The birds are outside, bro. Woo! Somebody dropped their basketball down there. Somebody dropped their basketball. Man, there's always something back there. Don't worry, it's not a Spalding or anything. What is that? What is it? Okay. What is it? All types of shit out there. I can see a what do you call them? Them those pads, them doggy pad things hung up in a tree. I'm not even gonna show you. If you watch the short, you'll see what I'm looking at. It's nothing pretty back here to look at. Nothing pretty. What the hell is that? That's shrink rat? Oh, that's that siding thing they do. Are they gonna put some more, I guess? It looks nice. Gotta do something to cover all the trash. But you didn't hear that from me. Didn't hear from me. I like how fake people are. And people be so fake, they be scared to tell you something like say like, yeah, booger in your nose, they don't want to tell you. Or if you're sweating, like I can't smell it. I'm used to it. Sometimes people don't even know they're sweating. Or like, and someone tell you, well, if you have like your hair is like messed up. But then it's like, be careful with that. Because you might tell a woman, oh, I thought you was going to do your hair. And it's like, who do you mean? My hair is done. Anyway, let me see. Let me see who I to call on right now. Yeah. Viral. Man, I be on Facebook. Billions of views, bro. Live now, Young Bakery. Just be chilling. And anybody remember Radiohead? Radiohead used to be lit. I'm talking about the app, the Radiohead app. Polyphona. Yeah, hello. Hold on, let me turn it up. Hello? Hey, what's up? How are you? Jam into the music. Gotta go. They didn't think I was gonna answer. I'm on it right now. I'm on it right now. Just chilling. Oh, look, and the sun is coming out. You see that? Yeah, I got one of those big giant windows. They say you gotta appreciate it. You know, a window like that, you just leave it bare, supposedly. Get that natural light in. But, you know, most people in New York, we just use that as a shelf. If I want to see the sun, I go outside. Toast. buttered and toasted. Whew. That's enough. Damn it. Man, I still smoke like I used to smoke in junior high school. It used to be on me. It was like, that's it? I'm like, yeah, the hell, what's wrong with you? That is enough. You don't feel it? That's enough. The hell? You doing too much. I can't do all of that, man. It's like these beverages, people want to party all day long. Like, god dang. Shit, give me a break. Do anything else? No. Oh, just sit on your ass. Sitting around. You then you get up and you walk around and stuff like, y'all ain't even old yet. I don't know what that is, but ain't even old. You're not even old. You young. You 40, you young. Okay? These 20-year-olds, they old. I don't know what happened. I guess their bone structure grew a little differently because they wasn't outside playing. I don't know. Got the outside, man. Playing. I don't know. Something like that. In the sun. You know what I'm saying? Extra vitamin D. I don't know. All that stuff make a difference. Because I'm just saying, when I was 19, 20, I didn't need to wear any makeup. All I had to do was put some lip gloss on. Like, the makeup look is like basically like what my face would like look like when I was like younger, you know. You know, when you're younger, you have thick eyelashes. You was well cared for. Your nails isn't all messed up or anything, and your hair is super long because someone actually cared for all those things for you. And you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you didn't have any impurities like, you know, beverages, smoking, and stuff like that. But then when you get all of that stuff, people like to mask who they are and like what they really look like underneath all of that bull crap. Because if you've seen them without makeup, you realize how unhealthy they are. So now I'll have to say it again. Okay? Just to be clear, all right? All of this makeup that you see people wearing, I don't care how old they are. They could be 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. Even toddlers, teenagers, like everybody's wearing makeup. People that's wearing makeup, they're covering up. What makeup does is sometimes it covers up bad health, poor care, you know. Like you live, when you're growing up, you have someone caring for you, making sure your hair is cared for, your lashes is cared for, your teeth is cared for, your nails is cared for, your skin. You don't eat bad things, you eat healthy. Someone is caring for you to create that dynamic. So when you grow up, that's what you will look like. But then when you are in charge of all of that, you know, you start doing smoking and drinking and partying late nights and standing close to the TV, all stuff like that. And then eventually, yeah, so people will start wearing makeup to cover up, you know, the late nights, you know, the bad meal choices. They start wearing waist trainers to cover up the bad meal choices, and they'll start like doing all that extra stuff. Because I tell you, when I was 19, 20 years old, that's what makeup really looked like. Makeup looked like what I looked like without makeup, with just lip gloss on, pink lips, you know, thick lashes, long hair, with a fit shape. That comes from somebody setting a standard. It's just up to you to keep up with the standard. It gets, especially with the ups and downs, you know, people like, you know, you go through a lot. You could go through stress, you have children, you could have an accident or a situation that occurs, and you have to, like, that's when people start wearing a lot of makeup. But it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, wigs back in the day, people were only wearing wigs because they were old or because they had a health condition. and people like wearing fake nails or whatever like that. It was just like for like TV shows, like to make things like pop and stuff like that. Now I see everybody wants to wear everything has to be fake. It has setting a standard, and men like it's funny how y'all will press women about that standard, and it's like, oh, you have to look a certain way and be a certain way, and then they can act like however they want. Like it just doesn't make any sense, because that person, you see them without all of that stuff, with their hair standing up, fresh out the bed, not the shower, fresh out the bed, like just looking crazy, bruh. That's her. That is her. So you be like looking like, oh, you look at these people and these celebrities, they got all this foundation and makeup on and lashes or whatever. They be slim, thick, medium, extra large. You don't know what they be doing when they're in their house, okay? But what a lot of people do is they so like obsessed with this idea of the standard of how they're supposed to look, like they'll go to sleep with that makeup on and it's destroying their skin even more and more every day. They actually do a lot more by just cleaning their face, and I feel like you guys are not giving women the space to actually clean their face and grow their hair, because we have to keep up with this idea, this illusion. We all can't wear the baseball cap, brother. I see a lot of y'all wear this baseball cap all your life. And you just get balder and balder and balder wearing your little baseball cap. And then at some point, you release yourself to the do-rag, covering that big bald head. I have no problem with a man balding, or bald completely. I'm not really fond of the Michael Jordan completely bowling ball bald head look. I appreciate a man that says, you know what, I lost a little bit, but I didn't lose a lot. You know what I'm saying? He didn't lose a lot, so he still look good to me. You know what I'm saying? Got the major widow's peak. I don't know. It's fine to me. You can't be so shallow and superficial about things. It might like start balding this way, balding that way, or balding this way. I say don't stress. If you don't want to go bald, don't stress yourself out. But women, when we're wearing like these weaves and stuff, it messes up our hair. Like, I don't know, like sometimes it can mess up your hair. It is a protective style, and our hair actually grows when we put the weaves in. But that's between us. They don't have nothing to do with you men. Y'all can pick the color and that's it. Shoot, go away, skedaddle. Other than that, we can wear the weaves and stuff, but sometimes like when you're doing like the lace fronts and then or the glue and stuff like that, it really like pull your hair out. Or if you do perms or something like in chemicals, it looks nice, but then at some point you're going to cut it off. It's not alive anymore. If you wanted to put something that's not alive on your head, don't turn your hair into something that's not alive. Leave your hair like this, and then you put it on top. Just put it on like a baseball cap. That's what it is, okay? So when you see a woman, she put her wig on, her weave on, just remember y'all walk around in fitted caps every single day, okay? And y'all never take the cap off. I look on your wall, you got more baseball caps than I have wigs, actually. So you think about that. Mr. Baldy, bald and bald. Scared to look at your head. Your wife probably never even saw your head. There's men out there, they go to work like that. Man, if it's just right there on the top, man, get a kufi or something. I don't know, man. Just put it like this. You gotta put a little like, I got the Jews, they got a little thing. Put a little thing right there, man. Come right there and that's it, man. You don't gotta be like, well, this is it. Gotta be bald. Why? Who said that? Who made that the standard? What woman was like, ooh? And what bald man got torn up in a comedy club so bad that we've never seen bald in men again? We only see them either they got here or they're completely bald. And I think that's just a little weird. What happened? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. It's okay. We don't have to talk about it. But George Costanza was on a TV show with his almost bald head. He wasn't completely bald. And he went on to be in more and more movies with his semi-bald head. Nobody laughed at him. He went on dates, all that. I mean, like, what's the big deal? And that's how I say, like, And then another thing, when people, like, get violent and they want to, like go crazy on a woman, wow, they always go for her hair. Crown and glory. They always go for her hair. That's the one thing that, people always reach for. Yeah, totally love my hair. Makes no sense. Permit. I have endless options. Anyway, I'm gonna pause that, and I'm still in here with a hint of this and a hint of that. It's 32 minutes in. So I just thought that was weird with the guys and everything like that. But y'all carry on. Yeah. Oh, one day these are going to be my very first videos. One day I'm gonna look back in my old videos and I'll be like, that was Queen not too long ago. She was awesome, she was amazing, and she did some more. She partied on Saturday and did it all. No, I ain't partying. I don't want to go to no party. Keep the party. Man, go to a party, lights low. Man, a whole bunch of people like this. Parties ain't like they used to be. I don't know. It's not the same energy. It's weird. Going in, everybody's like standing on the wall. And women have nasty attitudes. They're not even women, it's like little kids. They got nasty attitudes. And they don't want nobody to bump into them. And they're like, the hell's going on? Everybody's like posted. But okay, I go like if I go to a really good party, I do know a few places all the way downtown. And you know what I think? I don't think the city is, I don't think it's moving up to par for me to even be like mixing into all of that. It's not really moving up to par to me. Like, seems like it's a little bit of a conflict. I don't think everything's functioning correctly. I feel like it's a holiday, really long holiday. It's just an energy that I feel. It feels like a really long holiday, and I don't think the city is functioning correctly. Need to keep their eyes open. feel like something is going on in this city. Something underhanded, something shisty, devious. Like an energy that I feel. It's kind of creepy sometimes, you know? It's kind of like That's So Raven. You know how Raven would be like just chilling, eating some chips or something, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa. And people like, what? It's like, nothing. Nothing. Can't describe it. But, yeah. I'm like, bruh, pay attention to everything. And it's not really that bad, but it's always that bad. You know? It seems like as I get older, more and more things are happening faster as far as like emergencies, situations, disasters. You know, everybody's looking for world peace, and it's just like, seems like evil is moving faster and faster. And it's being normalized through the internet. Not one day will I act like it's normal. I swear, you know, it's some people that will never, ever accept BS. Not now, not before, not centuries ago, not in 3,000 years from now, not if you try to mix with them. They will never accept BS. And I know it's hard to believe, but there's people like that out there. It's just in them. Nobody's playing but you. Once you stop playing, you can help with this work. If you're going to keep playing, well, oh well. Well, have fun. Okay? It's about energy. I sense good energy and bad energy. I'm the type of person that I can feel auras and spiritual connections and stuff like that. So I can sense energy when it's good or bad. I can feel like when it's a dark energy around me. I don't like it. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like being around dark energy. You know? And sometimes you'll be around someone who has like a semi good aura. And then you see them maybe a week later and their aura is darkened. How do you tell them? Your aura got darker. You know, you can't even tell them when it's like radiating, when it's like covered in darkness, but they know. It's like the things that we go through in life and the people that we be around, the stories we allow ourselves to hear, the situations we allow ourselves to be in. I mean, like, even when we're like alone and we live like in the middle of nowhere, like you could live like in Ohio somewhere, and it's like no people around, you have no friends, and you're just home, you go to work, go home. But you sit around watching these TV shows with all this violence, negativity, and you know, you start getting like the energy of that person in the TV show. And the person in the TV show, I say the energy of that person, that actual person, because once they take on that personality, you know, once they act like that person, they are that person. And you know, that's why I tell people like, okay, you know, a lot of actors, they have to go see psychologists after they finish doing a show. You know, they starve themselves, they overeat, they fight, they box, because this is a character. And that's why I say, you know, Hollywood should have gave Will Smith grace. Ben should have gave him grace, because at the end of the day, he was, to me, when I looked at him, when he slapped Chris Rock, when I saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock, I didn't see Will Smith. I saw Venus and Serena Williams dead. And I was with it. Slap. Times people need it. Watch your mouth. Okay? You know? And he was only what's his. That's his. That's his woman. Watch your mouth. You know, and they're going to sit down and talk about it. At the end of the day, yeah. Do it again. Do it to somebody else. Why don't that be your running joke that when you do award shows, you rag on everybody's wife? Because I'm sure you never ragged on none of them directors' wives, and they look a hot mess. Anyway, that's just my opinion. But as far as with auras, I'll see somebody with a bad aura, and I get away from them. And sometimes it's like people with a good aura, and they're surrounded by people with a bad aura, and you can see that aura just slowly diminishing away. And you just look at it like, ew. Like chopped liver over there. I don't want to be around that. You know? Because there's like people don't understand, like they'll take on the energy of bad spirits. And then on top of that, you know, people are doing spells out there. They're casting spells. You know? So like, you know, way back when people didn't just eat everywhere. You know, you knew that it meant something. You know, it's like you just eat everywhere like that. It's going to do something to you. Might have you in line fighting for a piece of chicken. That chicken got a hold on you. Like some chick spaghetti. You know the chicks be doing stuff to spaghetti. And some of you men just eat it because you know what it means. They going to eat the spaghetti. Me personally, I think all of that stuff is weird. And I personally think like it's kind of fake. Because from what I know, none of those things is necessary to do all of that. From what I know. But like, what would I know? You know what I'm saying? I'm a Scorpio. I like to be good at everything that I do. And I like to understand everything in depth. Trust and believe. Okay? So when I tell you, next time you're feeling a certain way about something, follow your instincts. I don't care if you were on your way home and for some reason you decided to go right instead of left. Go. Follow your energy. It's going to lead you where you belong. It always will. If we start moving like with faith, if we move like we actually believed in ourselves, if we move like that, this world would be such a different place. And you will be places you didn't expect to be. Okay? Let me tell you a story. One time, I was on my way to work, and I was so exhausted. You know, I was doing all these doubles, like not double shift, like doing overtime. It's feel like a double, doing extra 5 hours every time. Yeah. What was that? Shoot, working like 12, 13, 14 hours, man. Look, I was doing so much overtime, and I'm like, man, I'm so exhausted, right? And then I was remembering, like, I was annoyed because people was like talking about me, you know. Oh, she thinks she this, she thinks she that. I think I'm me. Why I gotta look like you? You know, where I was working at, you have to wear like, you know, like really warm clothes. So I'll put on a full suit. They like, oh, because I look so cute. Yeah, I look cute. I'm sorry. What? You don't look cute? Oh, because you're wearing your boyfriend's jacket. The hell? I have to think smart. It's hot outside. It's cold inside. I'm going to zip in and zip out of this stuff. Right? And I was just so exhausted one day. And they was always talking about how, oh, they see all of this and all of that. And lo and behold, a limousine pulled up. They was laughing too. I was just sitting there with all my coworkers, and nobody wanted to speak to me. They all act like they have an attitude, because I check them. Mind your business and leave me alone. Seriously. You could get out of here, because they all spoiled. They never have to do their job. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my job. They don't have to do their job. Real discrimination over there. And we all just waiting for the van. There's a van or whatever that take us to the site or whatever. And I'm just sitting there waiting, and everybody's just like, because I bring out my little pop-out chair. They sitting there staring at me like. So I'm just sitting there, and then a limousine pulls up and says, "Hey, does anybody want to ride?" And I was like, "Me?" He was like, "Hop in." Ah! Don't judge me on this. I got in that limousine, and next thing you know, there was champagne in there. Still in the bottle wasn't open. He said, "Go open the bottle." I gotta open the bottle. I'm like, I'm in there. He's like, "Where you going?" I'm like, "Man, I was just going right over there." I was like, "Where you going?" He's like, "Man, I'm coming from a party." I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." He's like, "Yo, you ever need a limousine? Call me." Gave me his business card. We laughed, chopped it up, I was like laughing and stuff. And I was like, "Yo, pull up real slow to the job, right?" We pulled up real slow. Everybody was like, "Who the hell's coming in a limousine?" They thought it was the owner of the company. It was me. In my silver ski suit, like, all right, later. Thank you. Man, and I had the champagne thing. I'm like, oh. And as I was walking in, I see my manager and supervisors standing right there in the lobby. They was like, and I was like, "Good morning." It was it was like, I hope that's water. I was like, yeah, I hope so too. Oh, good times. But stuff like that happened to me all the time. I always meet people that, the extraordinary people, the weird people, the exotic people. I'll be walking down the street. I see a guy with a horse. I gotta say something. It's Mr. Butternuts. Butter stuff. Next thing you know, I come back to the barbecue. I'm like this. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" Man, it took me extra 15 minutes. I had to go say hi, Mr. Butterstuff. You know how it is. You get one yes and 100 no's, right? So sometimes people may have an attitude, like, okay, and I mean like Shanae, like Jamie Foxx, like what's her name, Joanna or whatever, well, like that. Come on now, it's not that serious. Loosen up a little bit. You never know. There might be some wiggle room to get you into the party without a ticket. You never know. You ain't even trying. You gotta try. Nobody want to try nothing. I mean, I just tried things and it works. Sometimes it don't work, but I'm not discouraged. You'd be like, "Oh, can I come in too? Can I get on too?" They'd be like, "No." You'd be like, "Oh, okay." That's how little kids be. They'd be like, "Can I have some chips?" Like, "No." They'd be like, "Okay." Go find something else to do. You're applying for a job. They'd be like, "No." People be like, "Oh, I'm tired. I gotta take a break from applying." What do you mean, take a break from applying? You're gonna get some no's. You're gonna get some yeses, and eventually you're gonna get some options. And then when you got the new job, that's why I always tell people: when you got the new job, you gotta start applying. When you got a job, you gotta start applying for the new job. Especially if there's no elevation or if the elevation is extremely slow. It's usually extremely slow elevation. So it's better to make companies compete for you. You want me? You want me too? Oh, you want me too? That's a private company though. They pay cash. They'd be like, you know what? Start complaining about everything. Never quit. Quitters never win. That's the rule in business. Okay? Remember that. Quitters never win. So, just look at it like this. Okay? You have to take chances in life. You never know what opportunities are out there. You're going to get 100 no's and you're going to get one yes. Okay? That's them 101 Dalmatians. Take a chance. You never know what's going to happen. So you might, it's just like how little kids, they'll go there and they'll be like, oh, they'll ask, can I do that? Can I have some chips? Can I get on that pony with you? And they'll be like, no. They don't care. They're not discouraged. They're like, okay. They go play. They go do whatever they're doing. And it's the same as an adult. You go out, apply for a job, and then they be like, no. And people be like, oh, I can't apply. I've been applying for 3 months. I quit. I can't take it no more. I won't ever get hired. No, that's not the situation, okay? What you have to do is keep on going. And matter of fact, when you get the job, okay, write that down. When you get the job, start applying for the new job. Because most jobs, I don't know, maybe just in New York City, most jobs, it's not really a career. It has no elevation. If there's no elevation, you have to make them compete. If there's no elevation, there must be competition. So, McDonald's might be paying this, but Chipotle paying that, plus I get lunch. Talk to me. That's just on a low level, and you can keep going from there to there to there to there. You could be a teacher at one school, but guess what? The private schools are hiring. Stop complaining. You just built a resume. Make room for somebody else. You know, that's what I do. I take chances. You know, 1 minute I'm just like, I'm just chilling, going to the store. Then I'll see something going on. And next you know, you're going to see me come back like, where's Queen? Where's Queen? I'm pulling up on a horse, baby. All right? I'm pulling up in a horse. I'm pulling up in a limousine. He's like, you know this dude? No, just met him. Things happen like that when you take chances. And, you know, first step is to get out of the house, though. I tell you that much. Sit in your house. The most good luck you'll have is maybe, I don't know, you get something in the mail. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to get out here? A bird's going to fly in your window? Bruh. You want to see opportunities? First step, you have to be outside in the real world. I don't know. Talking to robots on the internet is fine and dandy, but when you're outside in the real world, things just happen. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm optimistic, and I feel like other people should be optimistic too. Things just happen for me, and I'm always good-spirited about it. Whether I get a yes or a no, it's okay. I'll try again tomorrow, you know? And if not tomorrow, maybe next week. And if not next week, then next year. Right? You just enjoy yourself. You don't take any chances, you won't get any opportunities. That's just how life goes. Well, I got another 5 minutes in here. Let me think of what I could talk about for my last 5 minutes. Maybe listen to some music. Let me see what it got going on here. Most played. Shake it like a blood picture. Shake it like a Polaroid. Now all my Lucy Lou's, hear me out. Man, I don't even know what's with this cow. Look, I hate these cows like that. There should be a button. I should put a button there, right? Right. Oh, you look better like that? It's getting pre-sewed. But it's just so tiny. Anyway, that's just how life goes. People not really thinking the way they should, but it's cool. You do what you can, and you can what you do. And you're right when you're wrong, and you're wrong when you're right. You know? To be so happy you're sad. So sad that you're still happy. That's life. You can be so pretty that you're ugly. And so ugly that you're so pretty. That's life. A bucket of chicken. A woman with dickens. That's life. You just have to choose. Do you want the wing, the leg, the thigh, or the breast? Because we all going to eat. Bruh, seriously. Do you want the wing, the thigh, the leg, or the breast? You have to choose one because we all going to eat. I know, eat what? Well, the bird already ate the bread, so. Oh, my jokes be flying over people's head. I mean, I don't know. I think that's the funniest part. I can't even tell you because it's not funny anymore. I'll tell you one thing. It's slapping. It's slapping. Bro. And you see how I am? Distrust and believe. That's why people like being around me because this is me just on a regular basis. They be thinking like, oh, this is maybe like, because some people that don't know me, they be like, oh, I thought you was toasting. I'm like, no, I was just like this. They be like, oh, I thought this and that, and I'm like, oh, I'm just a happy person. Like I'm genuinely a happy person, but as far as like being around evil people, I try to smile because it's just in me. But being around evil people, I can't really smile. I gotta be on point. Ain't nothing funny about a war. It's nothing funny about a war. That's when you don't chuckle and you don't laugh. You pay attention. But not so much so that you don't enjoy yourself. You know? Because even a soldier can smile. That's what happens. You just sit back. Kind of like when you go somewhere. Like, that's why I don't like going to a party. That's why I like, man, I'm good. Like, I could party right here in my house. And so could you. Matter of fact, well, I'm going to stay on here for this lost cause and give one solid fact, one solid piece of advice. One solid piece of advice before I leave, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we go to these clubs, these lounges, and we pay so much for these beverages and drinks. And a lot of times I see a lot of y'all don't even want to speak to nobody. You just want to go there and go like this. Like, oh, he tried to talk to me last week too. Me personally, I don't want to speak to nobody neither. Okay? So what I like to do is I like to have my little party at home. Like, I'll get myself a disco light, screw it in, turn the lights off. Ooh, ooh. Now, if you got like 40 million kids, man, put that light bulb in the bathroom. Ooh, ooh, party over here. Take your little bubble bath, shower. You know, you feel like you at the party, the pool party, the lounge. You know, you got to go pull up to your kitchen bar and just have yourself a drink and look around at the dang TV screen. You know, I don't know about you, but me and my friends, we used to do that. We used to watch the little dance hall videos and listen to music and have a few drinks, chilling. I need to be safe and secure. You know, that's what I do. I don't even need to be outside like, oh, I got no home. I ain't got no home. I ain't got no bones. So I gotta stand on my stoop looking for a bone. I don't gotta do all that. I just sit in my house. You know? Party in one room, party in this room. Party in the kitchen, party doing the dishes. You know? It's really a vibe, but like to go out and then you don't want to talk to nobody, why don't you just go home? Just sitting there. I don't know. But like, I don't know if I do go out somewhere, and I guess if I went with some people, I'd go out there and I go dancing or whatever. But I swear, I'm telling you, it's just like it's not given that. Like people just sit around acting like they're like prized possessions. Like nobody even said it was that deep. I'm not going to see you tomorrow. I didn't even ask for your phone number or nothing. I didn't even know you. You know what I'm saying? You be out there partying, chilling. You can enjoy your vibe at home with a few good friends, even. You know, play a few card games, little spades, and then put those disco lights in. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Best party ever. No rules. You know what I mean? You don't got to get up and get out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to, like, pay for drinks or nothing like that. Y'all can just get whatever the hell y'all want because at the end of the day, if you really want to feel VIP, VIP is right here. I'm in the VIP right now. Look, ain't nobody here. And I paid for it. I'm in the VIP section in my house. Right here. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? The bottles are cheaper. I don't need no bottle girl, man. They're going to have to do away with that too. I'm waiting for all of you waitresses to go on strike because y'all always complaining about y'all tips, but you never complain about your wage. You get what? Pay like $2.50 when y'all going on strike because you can't keep on getting mad at us. I mean, me personally, I never signed up to, oh, every time I eat dinner, I got to buy a waitress a cheesecake. I never signed up to that. When I buy dinner, when me and my partner buy dinner, after we finish eating, we got to pay for the waitress to eat dinner. I never signed up to that. Don't she got a job? Can I just go get my plate? Like, what the hell? I don't believe in tipping. Yeah, you get the little violin. Yup. Like a reservoir dog. You don't deserve no tips. You know, you're walking around begging. Yet you got somebody paying you $2 an hour. And you looking at me. That's been going on so long. When is it going to stop? You know? You should just go on strike. Go home. Shouldn't they go home? Shouldn't they? Sure. I know how to carry a tray. You know what I'm saying? It's my family. Give me the tray. Let me stop. No, they just really need to pay them better. They do. Like, it's not my responsibility because then all of a sudden it's like the attitude, you know? You don't understand. Okay? You don't understand what's going on. It's like when a waitress has an attitude, it's like, I don't even want to eat. I don't feel safe. Matter of fact, I don't even feel safe eating like places where like I can't really see them make the food. I love an experience. I want to see it. I want to see everything. I don't want no special nothing. No special sauce for me. I swear. It's like, don't let somebody not like you. I'm telling you. Yeah, like, shoot, I can go to Popeyes. I don't care if you don't like me. I want those 2 pieces right there. Not that one, the other one. To help. You can't do that to my chicken. I was looking at it. You didn't even know I was coming in. Yeah, hello, I'm here. Give me that one. But yeah, waitresses need to get paid more, okay? I need to go on strike because y'all ain't getting paid enough. Stop complaining about the tip and start complaining about your wage that you accepted. Okay? Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, you can always get a new job. Anyway, that was just some advice. I'm going to put those in the little clips if you watch some clips. And remember, if you watch this, like, subscribe, and if you can, go follow look at some of my shorts, watch them till the end. It will help me in the long run, okay? Subscribe, comment, okay? I'm on the road to 50, and we're getting there, all right? I need 10 more this week. 10. I'm sure a few of you got some friends. Let me reiterate this clearly. Reiterating, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe because I'm on the road to 50. I got 10 this week. I need 10 more next week. We need 50 subscribers. And then after that, I'm going to be all over New York City. And I'm going to show you all the secret spots that they won't show you. If you look at my shorts, you'll see a few things I put in there. And that's just an example because there's so much more going on. Wait till you see all of Brooklyn. And I'm telling you, you won't know what's next, but it will surprise you. It will. Because everybody's like, they do these little things where they want to show you the bridge and the building. They want to show you the skyline and the tourist area. They want to show you Times Square and all that BS. No, I'll show you real New York City. And the angles that I get, you'll be surprised, bro. You'll be surprised. Because I'm always running into crazy things. You know, I'm walking down the street. I see a guy with a horse. I'm waiting at the bus. A limousine pulls up. I go to a club. It's filled with celebrities. You don't know what's going to happen with Queen. And I'm always ready for it. And you know why it happens to me? Because I have good energy, a good heart, and a good spirit. So when you have all of that and you walk around New York City, you're bound to walk into amazing, great things all day, every day. The world's my oyster, and I hope it's yours too. Okay? So, okay, bye, boys. See you guys later. I'm going off. Bye. Bye. 1.